Welcome back to Scale Model Kit Review. This is your host, Steve. Up next is the Eaglemoss Aston Martin DB5, and we'll be looking at Pack 7. Now in Pack 7, I'm going to go ahead and start splitting up the issues to make the videos a little smaller. So with Pack 7, I will go ahead and give you a full review of the magazine with issue 23. So with 23, we get the steering wheel, and we'll go ahead and assemble issue 23 in this video, and then subsequently I will go ahead and make a video for issue 24, 25, and 26 to follow. With that, let's get started with issue 23. I'll be right back.
James Bond.
Here's a magazine for issue 7, and we'll flip through this real quick. As usual, they give us a table of contents, which we start off with your car parts, start the car, a balancing act, behind the scenes all-terrain vehicle, behind the scenes gymnastic duo, and making of Live and Let Die, and lastly Bond actors Jane Seymour. So if you haven't done so already, please head over to Eaglemoss and subscribe to this Aston Martin DB5 build. It's going to be an awesome kit, very large, 1/8 scale. So as we move through, we'll see all the parts that came with this. We actually received stage 23, which comprises of the steering wheel section, stage 24, which is the dash, right air vent switch, stage 25, which is the dash mount, left air vent assembly, stage 26, which is the control front plate, dials, and switch light. Moving on through the magazine, they have a very cool article here about the balancing act, about how some of the stunts were performed with the vehicles. Very nice here. And then another article goes right in behind that with behind the scenes, the all-terrain vehicle. So we know where they got that from. And there's 4 pages on that. Should be a very good read. The whole purpose of these magazines is to bring you everything about James Bond, so definitely you're going to get a good education on James Bond. Once again, behind the scenes gymnastic duo, and talking about one of the boxing clever matches there. Trina Parks and Magic and More. One of my favorite Bond's movie is Live and Let Die. And for this reason, I love that actor that's in this. Very cool movie. Like I said, it's one of my favorites. So we have several pages dealing with that. Back during the Richard Nixon era. Lots of pages, about 6 pages worth. And lastly, the women of James Bond. We have an article about Jane Seymour, and she's a beauty right there. And there you have it. So I will go ahead and get pack 23 out, and we'll have a look. Here's pack 23, wrapped up in a nice bag here. Looks like we get the steering wheel and a couple other components for the dash. So I'll open this up and we'll be right back. Here are the parts that came with issue 23. We get the steering wheel and steering column itself, and that's protected in this nice plastic part here. And we also received 2 steering column parts right there. We received a shifter knob, and we received P screws. We've received 3 P screws and 3 B screws. Now, we will not be using the B screws with this issue, so I'll put that away for safekeeping. Let's get started on the build. Let's get stage 23 started here. First thing we need to do is we need to unwind the power cord for, it looks like it's for the horn. Lots of electronics with stage set with parts pack 7 or issue 7. There we go. Just try to untangle it here a bit. Alright, so they want us to mount this on the steering wheel. Just like that. Turn it over. Making sure that the wiring is on the bottom, it looks like. Okay, we're going to put this steering wheel shaft on the column, and they want the wiring to be encased into the column. If you look at the column here, there's an opening. It doesn't specifically say in the instructions, but I think we have to run our wires through that opening. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and take the end of it here and put it in there. Just like that. And I'm going to run it through just so it's available for a little bit later. Okay, so now it's ready to go if needed. And then the next step, we take our lower column and put it down on there, and put our turn signal indicator in there like that. And goes down just like that. And then we will put our 2 P-type screws in. And these are plastic, so I don't need to worry about oiling them up or anything. Making sure that our wiring is coming out the back, which it is. And we need to get one more in. Tighten it down. Making sure we don't over tighten. There we go. And there you have it. Turn signal indicator. And our wiring for the horn. That's all we do with stage 23. So stay tuned for stage 24 in a separate video. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the Eaglemoss Aston Martin DB5. I'll put a link in the description below on how you can do that. And if you like my videos and you're first time visiting, please subscribe to my channel. hit the like, hit the bell for all updates. With that, I hope you enjoyed. Happy modeling, everybody. Take care.